we could just be minutes away from the biggest event in the entire crypto bull market. This Ethereum ETF is so incredibly important for crypto, and it will cause a massive monster move for the altcoins like you have never seen before if approved, because it means something so significant that no one has really been talking about. We're also going to be talking about the SAB 121 and what that means for us as crypto investors, and more importantly, what it means for you if you're based in the US, because right now this bull market is hinging on everything that is happening in the USA. So guys, hit the like button and let's find out what is going on. Now guys, obviously we're in a slightly different environment from normal. This is down in a place called Saint-Emilion in France. Pretty much nice wine region. Château-la-Moselle. And this is where some of the world's best wine is grown, I'm told. And yeah, obviously a little bit colder than the last time I brought you an outdoors video. So guys, what on earth is going on out there? Well, Ethereum ETF. What is this? Well, the Ethereum ETF has a deadline, which is the 23rd of May. Okay, so what's going on? The Ethereum ETF, or Exchange Traded Fund, deadline is on the 23rd of May. And this is incredibly important. Why is it so much more important than the Bitcoin ETF? Well, Bitcoin was never in question about whether or not it was a security. And the XRP Army legends among you will be aware that this is a very big deal for crypto, because when it comes to crypto, it's all about securities. Ethereum has at points had to answer for itself whether or not it's a security. And this is a very big deal because the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, led by none other than our mate Gary Gensler, has been something of a problem for cryptocurrency. Because if this ETF gets approved, it's basically the stamp of approval from the United States government, the SEC, because the SEC is the one who has to approve it. If this happens, and Ethereum is no longer even considered to be close to being a security, this is going to be incredibly bullish for all of cryptocurrency. But on the flip side of things, if Ethereum gets approved as a security, that means that other cryptos could be labeled as securities, and we will likely see a hell of a dump towards the downside. However, it doesn't mean that, this bull market can't continue, but we will see significant slump in the middle. Why do I not think that we're going to get a significant slump? Well, guys, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, which we've been talking about for weeks on this channel, is about to break out of that descending channel extremely aggressively. And when that happens, we run into phase 2 of the altcoin season, the path to altcoin season at least, okay? And this is a very, very significant thing. Already you're starting to see some of the key coins having significant pumps. And if you watched the live stream we made yesterday, we talked about certain coins like Forta, like Pangolin, like BFI, and these coins have been having a really strong day despite the rest of the market being a little bit cautious. And that is also because Bitcoin sits in this SOS zone. As Bitcoin continues to sit in that SOS zone, we will see a bit of to and fro, some coins going up and down, but everything is hinging on the result of this Ethereum ETF. But there's also something else that's really incredibly important. And I know lots of you are like, this doesn't mean anything to me, I don't care. Guys, it is so important, okay? This news event is basically hinging on what kind of crypto is going to be looking like into the future. One of my biggest concerns about whether we have another bull market after this bull market in the following bear market is whether or not people around the world are able to invest in crypto. Ordinary people like ourselves, if they're able to invest or whatever in crypto, we need that, because without that, we don't get bull markets. But there's a really important piece of legislation going on right now, which is called the SAB 121. And if you're in America, this is the piece of legislation that is basically stopping you from being able to use certain exchanges, from being able to invest in ICOs, being able to invest in all sorts of other things. You may feel a bit like left out because the USA have way more stringent rules than everyone else, but they are still the biggest market for cryptocurrency, therefore a very important market. So what has changed recently? Now, unless you've been slipping under a rock for the last few weeks, you're probably aware that in the US right now, they are building up towards elections that's going to take place at the end of this year. Something very significant took place the other day when Donald Trump stood up and made a speech talking about cryptocurrency and saying that he was pretty keen on Bitcoin and others. This is enormously important, and it's this piece of news that started to cause an avalanche of excitement towards crypto, and why we may see an ETH ETF being approved now, which was never being expected before. And it's because this caused a stir in the US, with many then starting to think that maybe they wanted to vote for the Republican Party led by Donald Trump because they were pro-crypto. Then there was a response from the other side where they had to look at this SAB 121 report. It's my understanding that a bunch of people in Congress basically outvoted this piece of legislation, saying that they didn't want to have all these stringent rules and that crypto should be allowed to flourish as an industry within the US. The president then had the opportunity to veto this or basically allow it, and I think that's still ongoing. But in response to Donald Trump saying that he was more lenient on crypto, it then meant that the existing government had to then start to say that they were more lenient on crypto. Do you see what's happening? They're basically bullying each other into a position where they have to kind of allow cryptocurrency, even if they don't really want to, because they'd rather just stay in control at the risk of losing control. Not only that, but traditional finance, the original banks, which all hated crypto at the start, are now being put in another very awkward situation where they've either got the opportunity to make money or just keep rejecting crypto. And to be honest, they're all self-interested, okay? You don't become a banker for, the heartwarming stories that you can tell your family about being a banker. You become a banker to make money. And if crypto is the way to make money, they're going to be making money. So right now there is a lot of things hanging in the balance with regards to this ETF. It's so important. And the results of this ETF today could be dramatic. Now, there is no guarantee that this ETF gets approved. And if it gets rejected, that doesn't mean we're done. It doesn't mean that, we can never have a bull market. But it will put a significant delay potentially on this bull market, particularly if it is denied with certain types of wording. What might that wording be? Well, if it's just straight rejected because, the paperwork isn't right or something else, okay, probably all right. But if it's rejected because there's a fear that Ethereum could be a security, then guys, this is going to be horrendous. But charts all point towards a break towards the upside. This could be the catalyst that we have been waiting for to trigger that altcoin season. An altcoin season like you have never seen before. But you have to be smart, guys. And if it comes, then happy days. It won't mean that every single coin out there is going to pump dramatically straight away, but it should be pretty bullish for most of them. And also don't be tempted to fumble the bag you're holding in order to try and jump into those ones that have already been pumping. Because if you've been doing your research correctly, you will get your chance. You will find the coins that you're holding right now might not go straight away, but they will jump and have a good time of it as well. If approved, I think Bitcoin is going to head towards the next target, started around $84,000, which is the 1.618 Fibonacci swing high. On the previous high to the next low and then up, which I told you on the live stream yesterday. I think Ethereum is obviously going to go well beyond 4K. And we could see Ethereum moving up towards sort of the 5K mark fairly quickly. But remember, Ethereum, big market cap, okay? Bitcoin also very big market cap. It's going to take more money to shove them higher and higher each time. So just be patient. We're not at that stage of the market yet that we're seeing blow off tops. This is just the early doors catalyst that's going to get things pumping. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that slightly different, talk today. I know I like to mock people walking around outside around wood blocks, but we like to mix things up. And it was a nice view. I wanted to share it with you. So if you enjoyed today's view and today's point of view, then hit the like button, guys. Because tomorrow I have a really exciting special guest coming on this channel, and he is going to tell us all about the cryptos that he is getting involved in. So hit the like button, subscribe. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.